I have cut out from my cracker box uh, 4 cards. Now these cards measure approximately 5.5 wide by 3 and 5/8 wide. So 5.5 long, 3 and 5/8 wide. So I printed out this paper, and I will post this a link. I will post this for you so that you can have this, and you can create something for Mother's Day yourself. So what I want to do first, I am going to get all my little ducks here in a row. Okay, move that over. I've lost a card. It's right here. Okay. So what I want to do, now in my mind, this is going to work. Ooh, this one needs to be cut. Hold on, let me trim this one up a little bit. Oh, let's see here. Woo, that one's really off. Hold on. Let me just trim this up. Okay, see, kind of make sure everything else is, I thought I got everything done, but let me just get them all the same here. But first of all, I think the first step I want to do is I'm just leaving these cards white, because I'm going to add, I'm going to add maybe a pocket or two or just something like that. But I did want to kind of jazz them up just a little bit, and I think I will do that first. So what I have this, I have pickled raspberry, and this, I think I'm going to use this one. And I am going to use, I had a stencil. Where in the world did my stencil go? And all the chaos of everything, oh, there it is. It's just right up underneath there. I'm just going to take my stencil. This is a Tim Holtz stencil, and I have no idea what the name of it is. I use it a lot because I really love the floral design of it. And let me get this, okay. I think I've kind of, so I'm using a stencil. I'm using this Distressed Oxide Kitsch Flamingo. I'm getting some on my blending tool, and then I'm just going over it. And this will add a pattern and a design without, I've just completely lost this. Hold on a second. Without having to add, I think I've just totally messed that up, but that's okay. Hopefully nobody will notice. Without adding a bulkiness of another piece of cardstock or a piece of cardboard. Okay. Oh, that was why. I'm trying to line up here that's on the paper. Oh my goodness. Okay, isn't that beautiful? So that's going to be one of our pages. I think I may get another stencil and do another one. And then I don't have much green. So I have this green. Let me see what this green looks like, because it's pretty bright, I think. Oh no, that's perfect. That is perfect. So this is Distress Ink in Mode Lawn. And I'm just going to, I have so many stencils. But I'm just going to do some of these leaves on here in this Mode Lawn. I don't even know where my card starts and where it ends. Well, we'll just get it all over everywhere. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. So now we have these two. Isn't that beautiful? I'm excited about this. Then I think I may use this pickled raspberry just to give it a little bit. And I have more stencils over here. I have this music one, and I think I will use it. Where's my other card? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to do that right just like that. I think that's good. And this is, ooh, that's bright. And this is pickled raspberry. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is so pretty. I tell you what, stencils and distress inks will really add a lot to your backgrounds. And then I have this distress spray in pickled raspberry that I'm going to just give it a little bit of a spritz. We'll see how it works. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. It just kind of gives it a little bit of a shimmer. I like that. So we're going to let that dry. We have one last one. Let me see what I want to do. I think I'm going to use this one right here. Last card. Here we go. And I'm going to use the, I think, my saged, bundled sage. It's a little lighter. But let's just make all of these different. Oh man, I've had such computer issues all day long, and my husband wasn't here to help me out. So, you know. Okay. Oh, wow. Isn't this pretty? I think I'm just going to do it just like that. And I don't even care that it's, you know, green, pink, green, pink. I think that looks good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn these over. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's see. Green, pink, green, pink. I'm going to line these up and give them about 1/4 of an inch. That was one of the reasons that I put out my mat thing here. And then what I want to do, I am going to run a bead of glue just like this, trying not to get them out of their spots. Hey Ruth, can you hear me? I have had such issues today. Okay, I want to make sure I have enough. So I'm just going to lay this right here. And that one's there. And that's there. 2 inches and 2 inches. Okay, so I got to let this dry. There we go. All right, so let me dry this. And then I've got to add the backs. And I'm just going to use for that, I'm just going to use some Yoo-Hoo, just a glue stick. Okay, so I'm going to get my backs, which are right here. Here is, there we go. Oh, nope. Where is that? There we go. I don't have them cut to the right length, but hopefully they're the right width. And I know I have trimmed some of them up, so I may have to do a little trimming on these too. And I'm not going to be able to do that with that on there. Okay. So, kind of since we've changed our measurements here, because I cut off some to even it up. Okay, this is exactly 3.5 by 5.5. So we want 3.5 by 5.5. That on the end. There is a method to my madness, I promise. Okay. So I'm going to hold this here. I'm going to glue this. Make sure I get a good coat of glue since I'm not covering this up completely. And I'm going to gently set that on top. Oops, get that out of the way. A little extra glue here. I'm going to finish gluing, and then I'm going to take a credit card and kind of smooth everything out. Okay. Then hopefully that is going to seal my ribbon. And I probably should have inked the edges, but I didn't think about it till just now. So they will not get inked, but that's okay. Not everything has to have ink on it. Put that up at the top and get that right there. I think that's right. I may have done this wrong. Which now that I'm looking at it, I think I did, but that is just quite all right. Okay, so we're going to lift this over. And so now we have this. Okay. And so our card is going to fold like this, and then fold like this, and fold like this. And then we have enough that you can loop it around or just tie it right here in a bow. And this will be your card, your Mother's Day card. Okay, so let us finish our Mother's Day flip gift card. Or flip card, that's a gift. No. Okay, so I redid A Mother is Like a Flower. Each one is beautiful and unique. I made it a little smaller, and then I added a border. And the only decorative scissors that I had was this punch, and I used the punch. It didn't do just a great job, but I think it, it gives us the message, And then I just cut a piece of black cardstock that I'm going to use as a just a mat. I am going to corner around the edges. And then I am going to attach this here, and then just attach this to the front of my cover. And so let's do that. I'm trying to think. I have a glue stick somewhere. Here we go. Let me move this over and move this up. So we're going to add this first. And I'm just going to set that about right there. Just kind of eyeball it a little bit. Might want to make sure it's almost straight. Okay, I need a sheet of paper. Hold on a moment. Need something to glue on. Okay. All right. So this is going to go right there. We're just going to press that on. And then we're going to go to our next page. I've already cut everything out. I have created some tags, some small tags, some big tags. an extra page of pockets that you can use. I did some circles, and then I also did some word strips. Mom, a title just above Queen. And then this one is Life Doesn't Come with a Manual, it comes with a mother. And so I've just created a couple of things that you can use to add to your little journal here, or your little card. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to use this one as a corner rounder. I'm just going to use this one as basically a journaling card. And I could put something else on here, but I think I may just leave it as it is. We shall see. And it's going to fit right there. And then I cut out this belly band. And you could definitely distress this if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. So I'm going to take my little precision glue here. And I'm going to just do this top edge. Maybe if I can get it to come out. Okay, I'm going to use this top edge. And then I'm going to use this bottom edge. And this is what is called a belly band. And so that is just going to go right there. And then I cut out a strip from my paper here. And I'm sorry, I'm off camera here. I am just going to run some glue on it. And I'm going to add it to right there. And then I have this clip art that I did. It just says Best Mom Ever. And I used a 2-inch punch to punch this. I just need to get in the middle. And you just need to add to the middle, not to the whole thing. That's because I started doing the whole thing. And I'm like, no! So I'm going to kind of make it askew here. And then this is just going to make sure it's not... come on. You want to go this way? Think it might be a little too big. So let's just make it a little smaller. Let me just trim this a little bit, just to make it a little easier to get in there. And then we're going to corner round that again. And we're just going to stick this in here. And I don't know why this is not sticking. Why this is not coming up. Hold on. Let me just do this. Sometimes you kind of have to open it up. Okay, so we're just going to stick that in there. There we go. So that's going to be there, and you could journal on the back of it and tell Mom how special she is. Or if you're making it for a friend, you could just do something else right there and then just create that. I created this tag, and I'm going to use this little pocket here. So let's get this glued on so that the glue's kind of drying a little bit while we kind of embellish our tag. Okay, I'm just going to put that right there. And like I said, you could definitely use distress inks on this. I'm just making this quick and easy and simple. And then I just, out of one of the pockets that I made, I just punched out a circle because I am going to use this. I had it in my mind. Hopefully it turns out. Okay, so then this is just going to go just like that. And then I have Happy Mother's Day that I think I'm just going to do just like that. You could definitely just glue the edges and make this a quick and easy little pocket. I think I'm going to put it down there so that's covered up. And then I wonder, I don't think I can move that. Okay, so we're just going to leave that just like that. And then here is our tag here. And let me see, not certain I have much white ribbon. Most of mine is cream. Let's see what we got. That is pink. I don't know, I might use that for something else. Let's see here. Oh, here's some white. Just some white ribbon. This will work. Okay. I'm just going to cut this off. Cut that. Oh, the green would be pretty too. I may have to use some green. I have 2 tags and I may use that on the other one. Let's see, where is, here we go. So we're going to use our crocodile here. And I'm just going to use one of these kind of brassy ones. You know what? I'm going to use black since we're kind of adding some black accents on this. I'm going to do that there. And then I'm going to give it a good punch. It's going to come off. And that one did not do very well. Hold on, let me try this again. There we go. I think I got it. So we're just going to run this through here. And we make a loop, we run it through, and then we're going to take our tails to our ribbon and we're just going to put it through and then pull it. And this just makes a nice little addition to this tag. So I'm going to trim, I just know I'm going to, hold on, let me close my eyelets here before I knock them off all into the floor. Wouldn't that be awful? So this is just going to go in there. And then for this one, I don't usually like to do like little flaps because it just kind of makes it bulky. But when you have something that is really close to the edges, I like to do it this way. So this needs to fold right here, and I'm going to trim this off because I don't need much more than that. I don't need this much, so I'm just going to trim this off. And then to make it a fold, I'm just going to kind of do a kind of a triangle. I need to do it up a little higher. And then I'm going to get to that fold, and then I'm going to kind of make it go in a little bit. Okay, so I need to fold this. Hold on. Make sure that I get it straight because I know this. I know my straps, my stripes here are not even. So I'm just going to take it here and go to the fold and then do that again. And then let me do the top and let me do this one. Okay, so now we're going to make sure that's all down. And we're going to glue this one down. It's probably not the best, the best pocket I've ever made, but you know, you'll get the idea. So this is just going to go right there. Kind of wipe up the glue from underneath there. And then this is just going to slip in here. And you could definitely add something, add a picture, just write something, whatever you would want in here. And then that's just going to go in here. This envelope is not a part of the kit because it actually was from another kit that I purchased. So I'll see if I can come up with a design that you can do that with that as well. Okay, so this one's going to be a double pocket. Let me see how I want this. Just about like that. Okay, so this one is going right here. Let me just glue that right there. And then this is going to glue over there. Okay. That was not cut straight. I was just kind of quickly cutting it out earlier. Okay, so this is going to go here. And then my tag is going to go right just like that. And I should not, hold on, I should not have glued the bottom. Oh, I didn't glue the bottom. Okay, cool. Awesome. I thought I did. So you don't want to glue the bottom of this one so that your tag will fit in there. So let's get that all back in there. Scoot this up some. Whoops. Okay. There we go. So we're going to embellish this one. I'm going to do another black eyelet. You could just use a staple if you wanted. Whoops. I always do that wrong. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to add our eyelet. I'm going to put that against there. Nope. You put this. Nope, I did it right. Okay. All right. And then I have some green ribbon that I dyed. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to put this through here. And this tag says, God could not be everywhere, and therefore he made mothers. And I think even when our mothers are gone, they are still watching over us. Okay, I'm going to just tie this. I'm going to do it in a knot, just like that. And that is going to slide right there. And then I have two little tags, a striped one and a pink one. And for this one, I think what I'm going to do and I have this little pink ribbon. I don't think I want to do that. I think what I'm going to do is for this one, I was going to say, that's not the piece I cut. That's tiny. I am just going to use my tiny attacher here and just staple that right there. Okay. Then I have, I cut out one of these words here. Now I can't find it. Oh, I wanted to put that right there, but I just don't think that's necessary. And then I was going to put family here. Hold on. My brain's going. I'm going to put family right here. I just cut this out on my Cricut. It is just a, you know, if you want to have the membership, it's just one of the free files that you have. I have a little bitty, I can't believe I can find that. I have this little bitty thing that goes right here for the A. And see if I can get that on there. There we go. Okay, I'm going to see if we can kind of get it in a decent spot there. Okay. Oops. I messed up my M. That's okay. All right. So I have, let me see, there is, oh, here we go. I have this word blessed, and I think I'm going to add this to this. And I have, the other one I had was thankful. Okay, and I'm going to put this here. Hold on, I'm off camera. Forgive me. Put this there. I've got this little piece of lace. And you know what? I think I'm just going to use that. I'm just going to use a little bit. I know it's cream, but this is kind of an odd color. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to punch out. Hold on a moment. Let me get my scraps here. I'm going to punch out another circle from here. There we go. And I'm just going to add that to that. Just kind of ties in the black and the white theme. Nothing crazy right there. Okay. I'm going to add this right there. I'm going to add this blessed right there. And then you can journal on the back. And this is just going to go right here in this front pocket. And then this one, I don't think I can get that on there. I mean, I could just have it hanging off. That's kind of big though. What else do I have here? I have this right there. I could fussy cut. But I think I'm just going to leave this one like this. I am going to add another eyelet. Whoops. Oh, come on, get in there. Whoops. I find more eyelets all over the floor. I don't know about you, but I find more eyelets on the floor. There we go. Oh, that one was perfect. So I just have this baker's twine. I'm just going to add it to here. So then we have this right here. And I'm going to tie this in a knot because sometimes these do not want to stay. They'll kind of start slipping out. I guess that's why it's called a slip knot. That would make sense. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to trim this off. And then I'm going to add this in here, back there, just like that. I'm going to move all my stuff and then let's work it over because it is finished. Get my cap on my glue stick here and get this together. I have a pen somewhere for that. Where did the pen go? And you could decorate the back if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. Where did that little pen go? There it is. Okay. All right, let me move all of this. Okay. So this is going to go around just like that. This one on the right hand side is going to flip around, and then this one is going to flip up, and we are going to tie this kind of in a half bow because I didn't have enough ribbon. But I think that looks cute. I like that. Okay, so here is our Mother's Day gift. It might have been prettier if I used a little bit lighter of ribbon. But at the time, that's what I was wanting to use. So here we go. So it looks like this. Okay, so you're going to open it up. You're going to undo this. So you have this. You could definitely have made this into a pocket so you could put something in there. And then we're going to, let me undo this one. We're just going to flip it out just like that. So we have this little journaling card here. We have a tag here. We have an envelope right there. And then we have two tags. This one and this one right there. It just goes right into that pocket. Maybe. There we go. And these go back in here. And then you just fan fold it just like that. And then loop everything around and tie it. And that's it. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I will post my my printable that I designed for this kit, or for, for this project, I guess. And I hope you will give this a try and give it to someone special. All right? So thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a great day, and hope you have an awesome, awesome Mother's Day, celebrating your mom, your whoever is special to you. Bye, everyone.